Let's bring in former prosecutor and criminal defense attorney David Bruno, because David, Lou and I were covering this yesterday. Yeah. I mean, it just seems like the EU regulators are going after American companies with these, and now some executives from Apple in particular saying this is too much. This needs to stop. This is a witch hunt.
Yeah, recently Apple, Facebook, and now Google, $2.7 billion. And one of the points I'd like to point out is that the Federal Trade Commission recently investigated similar practices of Google, and in 2013 came out and said there were no unfair practices. So this is inconsistent with our own commission's investigation several years ago.
Do you expect Google to continue to be targeted here with some of their search results in other products, whether it's maps, or does this set precedent, is my question?
Well, it does specifically on this point in Europe, but there are two additional investigations going on by the EU into Google practices, and that's the AdSense and as well as the Android operating system. So this could be a sign to some additional violations to come from the EU against Google.
Obviously, Alphabet Google has got teams of attorneys that they're paying over in Europe, but how hard are these antitrust cases? How hard is it to fight these in Europe versus fighting it in the U.S. courtroom?
Much harder in Europe, because when Europe looks at the violations, they also look at competitors. In the U.S., it's just the public, it's just the consumers, but here there's an additional layer. So that's why we could see these inconsistencies. But certainly, I expect an appeal. They should appeal. They have a right to appeal, and I expect that shortly.
That was my question. Now, this took 7 years to bring down this fine, this $2.7 billion fine. So you do expect Google to appeal, and do you expect them to change their business practices going forward as they were told to do?
Well, they have to appeal, I would think. And if they don't appeal, then they have to pay, and they have to correct within 90 days.
Right.
That's part of the order. So yes, I do expect them to bring it up.
Will they lose business as a result? Will they lose market share?
Right now, they're at 90% in the European Union, so I don't think so. Okay. But something's going to have to happen.
It's funny, though. I can't help but think, though, that there's this anti-American sentiment that is happening with regulators.
They're so far behind in the tech industry. There's nothing to compete, So from their perspective, U.S. is coming in and really taking over their tech business.
Are they really that far behind in the tech industry?
They really are. I mean, just think, Google has 90% market share for searches in the European Union.
Luckily, they've got $90 billion in cash, so $2.7 billion, ouch, but,
But now these companies could start filing suit in the European Union because it gives the competitors the ability to do that.
So it opens them up. Oh, wow. Okay, David, thank you very much. Great perspective from you this morning.
Good morning, guys.